Hello, it's Ben Rogers again here, and this is part two of my first video that I'm creating concerning my record collection. Uh, Now, on the first part, I didn't say what the date was, but today is Friday, September 17th, 2021, and we're going through they're either new acquisitions or they are records that I've dug up out of the garage, which got at one time the majority of my collection was out in the garage, but now the majority of it is in. I've got a spare bedroom, but every once in a while I'll go out there and I'll find a record that I forgot I had, and I will add it to this pile here, which is again where I put stuff in order before I take it to the bedroom. So let's oh, the mailman is here, so I'm gonna have a crazy dogs. Hold on just a second. Yeah, guys. All right, stop. All right, mailman picking up records. I've been selling on eBay, and I've been selling since 1999, and so I've got quite a few records that I've sold there. My feedback is like close to 6,000. I think it's 5,900 and something or other. But anyway, talk about that some other time. Let's continue on. I am going through these and putting them in order. These are ones that I've pretty much decided are going to be in my collection. So, which I said I keep in the other room. But we got 38 Special. They are what is referred to as Southern Rock. And this was a nice acquisition here because it's got this die cut I just now realized I just realized why it's cut like that. Anyway, you can see it's got an outer cover, and then the inner, see how it slides down in there, and I just thought it was random, but now that I look at it, this is supposed to be a 3, and I guess that's supposed to be an 8 for 38 Special. But anyway, most of the time when you see this one, it's sliding in and out, and that it gets all ratty. But this one's still in the shrink wrap, and it still has the hype sticker. Let's see what it says on here is the hits. Like no other night, once in a lifetime. Has there ever been a goodbye, one in a million, somebody like you? Now, I don't recognize any of those songs, but I'm going to still add it to my collection because I do like 38 Special, and just listen to it. There's probably going to be something I like on there, and the pluses are it's a unique type of cover with the the die cut like that, and it's still in the shrink, and it's got the hype sticker. So let's put it over here. It's going to be after Billy Joe Royal. It's T for 38. Okay, continuing on. We got the best of the stylistics. Now, I don't remember what their original label is, but I have most of the original releases by the Stylistics. So this would be like a later pressing on like a small label, Amherst. And anyway, they're one of my favorite black groups. And this lead singer, Russell Tompkins Jr., that's him there. I don't know if you can see it or not. You see that? That's him. Awesome voice. Awesome voice. And these were a lot of hits. There was a lot of hits by him, like Betcha by Golly Wow, Break Up to Make Up, You Make Me Feel Brand New, I'm Stone in Love with You, You're Everything, Rock and Roll Baby. That's probably my favorite. I love that one. And some others, but it looks like they've got the really big ones listed first. Now this is another one that's still in the shrink. And it's like perfect. So, you know, the thing about when you collect the originals on the original labels, is a lot of times they won't be in like perfect shape. So this is going to be nice to have. You know, if I don't want to play my originals, or maybe they're not perfect, this is like in perfect shape. So this would be, you know, a good listen here. So we're going to put that back here. Visual Royal. Visual Royal, then the Stylistics. 38 Special is actually going to go before Tiffany, because that's a TH for 38 and TI for Tiffany. Okay, now here's an interesting one that I got from a friend, a fellow record collector, who he sells on Facebook, which I do sometimes as well. But if you like, well, I refer to it as wimp rock, but it's not derogatory, because I like that type of music. You know, stuff like the Carpenters and Bread, Barry Manilow. You know, they're not hard rock, so what are you going to call them? I mean, if you say rock, that almost sounds, you know, like they're, you know, something that you could rock out to. But so that's just my own terminology. Wimp rock. We got Bread, and this is a white label promo and demonstration copy not for sale with Electra, the Butterfly label. And there's some awesome songs on this one as well. It's and you can see it's like, gee whiz, it's almost like perfect. But they do, it's got all their good ones on there. This came out in 1971. Make It With You. If it's on here. It Don't Matter to Me. Baby, I'ma Want You. And I don't know. Everything I Own. I don't know. That's probably my favorite. What a beautiful song, the wording of that song. Okay. So, and another reason and again, this is a group that I've got most of their originals. But this is a, you know, special, because this particular cover was only released to, you know, disc jockeys that would, you know, play the music on the radio, and, you know, hopefully people go out and buy, you know, their music. But you can see demonstration copy not for sale. But anyway, very nice. Very nice. So that's going to go at the front, B. All right. Now, now here's something you don't see very often. At least when I look at other people's collection, is that they're selling on, not selling, but, you know, just showing off on Facebook. Real oldies. I'm talking about stuff from the 50s. Yeah, I'm 66, so I mean, this is actually even before my time. This would have been, you know, probably like mid-50s. And to tell you the truth, I don't think I've ever even listened to this guy, Earl Bostic. But I began collecting first off, I started collecting King, James Brown on the King label. And started branching out to some of the other King artists. But anyway, their King had some awesome covers. They're just like they're so colorful. Now this right here to me looks like this might have been this picture on the front. See the parrots up here, or I don't know if that's a macaw or a parrot or what them things are called. But anyway, I remember when I lived down in Miami, they had a place there called Parrot Jungle, and this for some reason is bringing back that memory that maybe, I mean, where else are you gonna find uh, a place? I mean, it's obviously not out in the wild. There's like a feeder right there on this fake tree, and here you get the macaws or whatever they are. But anyway, so I collect James Brown and just about any other artist on King. And this right here is this is actually the second King label. The very first one looks exactly like this, except for the word King is a little bit smaller. This is about a 4-inch. The on the other one, it's the very first pressing. It's only about 3 inches, but that was, you know, for the very early releases. So as time went on, you know, they did away with the 3-inch label. So not all of the artists are on that 3-inch label. So, and I don't know about this one, but anyway, I got this one mainly just for the cover because I just, you know, it's neat looking. All right, so that's gonna be at the front because that's a BO. That's gonna come before BR and bread. All right, here's another one, and just when I got that first, this one here, you know, with the girl on the front and the birds, I saw this one as well, and this is, it's pretty much the original cover, but it's on the later stereo with a blue label. See, it looks exactly the same as the black, but it's blue with silver, King and stereo. I mean, King and silver, and you can see where it says stereo. So I imagine there's probably a mono of this because the stereo is ready to release until later on. But so we're going to put that one over here with the other Bostic. All right. Another one that I got here, and where in the heck did this thing come from? I've looked at this a couple of times. See if I can see it maybe in the trail off groove. Sometimes if you can't figure out where a record is from, if you look in the trail off groove, you can kind of make out the country. All right. It doesn't look like a U.S. pressing to me. I'll tell you why, is because look at the lettering for the words. It's so small. You just don't see U.S. pressings with that normally that small of lettering. I'm not seeing any. I think this is why I don't know where this one came from, is because I don't see anything saying where it came from. But I don't know. That's just a feeling you get. Well, here you go. Here's another clue for you. The label, everything is in English, right? But look at the back. Everything, I don't know if this is Japanese or Korean or Taiwanese or Chinese or what it is, but it is, it's a foreign pressing after all. But fortunately, underneath what language this is, they got it written in English as well. So this might have been one of those ones that came out during the Vietnam War period when, you know, we had our soldiers over in Vietnam, and they Taiwan pressed up a bunch of records, U.S. records on cheap vinyl with cheap covers, and half the time the covers were not even they weren't even the same. Might have a different picture on the front. Cover color might be different, and believe it or not, I don't go out of my way to get those albums, but I like collecting them because when I first started collecting, I collected just colored vinyl. So that's kind of stuck with me. Is anytime I see a record on any colored vinyl, it's going to be desirable to me. But the main reason I got this, and I think I got this at a yard sale or something, but Golden Western Theme Double Deluxe original soundtrack recording and others. And the sound quality is not that bad, but listen to some of the songs on these. They're all like awesome, like the Magnificent Seven. You got the movie The Magnificent Seven, which Yul Brynner and Steve McQueen. That was an awesome movie, and there's the song, the title song. And then The Return of the Seven, which I saw Magnificent Seven, I don't know, probably about a month ago, and then I thought, oh, that was so good, I'm going to watch Return of the Seven, and it was not nearly as good. One thing, Steve McQueen wasn't in it. I think about the only original character left was Yul Brynner. Okay, so he went out, and he was like trying to recruit some more guys to be, in the Magnificent Seven. I don't know. I just quit watching it about halfway through. It just wasn't nearly as good. But I do like westerns, but that one was just kind of dragging. But let's see. You got Return of the Seven. That song is not that bad. Then you got High Noon. Movie not so good. Sound okay. And then this is, oh wow, this is a really awesome one right here. The Big Country. Let's see if I see any other ones that are really just awesome. It mostly is just on this one. Fistful of Dollars. That's a Clint Eastwood. For a few dollars more, another Clint Eastwood, and then this one, Iconic. The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly, another Clint Eastwood. So it looks like they put all the Clint Eastwood ones on one side. There's Hang 'em High, which is another Clint Eastwood movie. And then there's Rawhide. That's the, Get 'em Up, Move 'em Out from the TV series Rawhide. Yellow Rose of Texas, Red River Valley. Okay, so anyway, you wonder why did I get this? Is because the last time we went to Disney World, we stayed in the what is that? The lodge, the Western Lodge. Can't think of the name of it. Anyway, it was awesome to stay there, and they played a lot of those songs on a soundtrack in the lobby. So when you go in there, you hear like The Big Country, the soundtrack song, and Good and Bad and Ugly. It was really added to the experience. So that is why I got that one, because all those songs are pretty much every one of them is from a different movie, and it's really hard to find all of them on a particular record. So this 2-record set, I'm glad to get that, because most of those songs that you hear there are on there, at least the well-known ones. All right, so I'm going to stop right here, make sure everything's going all right with the video, and then if it's looking good, I will come back and we'll take a look at Mr. Osmond there. So